Hey, what's going on, YouTube? I'm gonna start off with silver. Looks like we got retracements again. Not enough gusto to break on through. Um, what I like to see is to stay above this previous low, which is approximately 50% of this candle, this long candle. So hopefully on this a weekly chart. Hopefully on this we can stay above that 50% rule. But as you can tell, all of them, all these silvers are doing a retracement, much the same way. So what do we say? We buy into support. It's going to come down as the 13 needs to cross 34. So watch the average come across the 34. Maybe it won't happen this week. We got this at 13 days, so it could be a couple more weeks before it crosses. But maybe even look at support on the 8, of course. But I sure would like to close this week above 50% of that candle, in and around this previous low, right here, this candle. And hopefully next week, maybe we can put a reversal bar as the 13 crosses. Other than that, it's still a bullish retracement. And what it feels like to me on all these silvers is the big boys are sitting on the bid and pulling it down, trying to break the longs. And just look for support at 50%, either that or the 8. And it could very well come all the way back down to 34. Someone say, is it likely this thing will break apart and fall apart and break down? It's not probable, so it's not likely. This thing is basing across the 34, changing trend, in my opinion. The same goes with the PSLV. This hasn't started to come down yet. But the velocity shares 3 times long silver is doing it. Buying back at supports. And this one has to, the 8 has to cross the 34. So watch the price hit the 34 and the 8 at the same time, making a splash, and a buying opportunity. Same with this power shares, much of the same stuff. This one, the 8's crossing pretty nicely. But watch the price come down and meet the 8 and the 34. Gold, we need to stay above that breaking point on the pennant. So that is a bullish retracement back to the previous break, which is 50% of this long candle. This is a daily chart. So there you go. Look for a bounce at the previous high break, or the pattern break. Tahoe's doing the same thing, doing a retracement. I don't know if it'll come all the way down, but it looks like on this one, the 13 to 8 are both going to be crossing the 34 here real shortly. So buying into support. Looks like the S&P has hit that 2000 and decided that is enough from this double bottom. It's bearish, encompassing 1, 2, 3 candles. It broke down previous lows, so bearish. And also made a lower high on a daily. On a weekly, it's a little bit different, but you can see how these things work out. Very steep angles on the longer term, so I mean, we keep talking about how steep that angle is. that nothing's going to hold it up really. And let me see if this works. Let's crunch that down. I didn't notice that before, but whoever that was, thank you. Can't wait to get off this trading platform anyways, but I think it does pretty well for these YouTube videos. Definitely not a trading platform. Looks like the dollar's doing the same thing. It's the S&P, excuse me. The longer term, we've got the double bottom. Final break of this thing is 18. We're still bullish, or still green on the month. But it's likely that since it's only the first week, it's making its high for the month. And 2000 was it. Breaking in the previous lows, it got knocked back. US dollar, same thing. It's still trying to pull down. We had a breakdown and then a break back into the pattern, and now it is falling out of the pattern. And I think right now it is up. But it's still trying to come back into the pattern. Will it? I don't know. The probability says probably not. The study of technical analysis is the study of probabilities, and that is not probable to happen. It broke down, and now it's a bearish retracement, lagged to reach the other side of the pattern. And what do I say? It's double bearish. Crude, not likely to hit 40 unless it can bounce here, because that is a bearish encompassing pattern. And depending on where you put this line, kind of hard to tell where to put that line. But all I'm doing is grabbing the previous low, bringing it across, and putting it right there. So look at that. On a monthly, it's putting in a nice reversal, or a weekly, it's putting in a nice reversal bar. Could even go to here. That's hard to tell. We'll see where it ends up, what kind of candle it forms, but it definitely did not reach 40 where I thought it would. So, looking bearish, right? It's a double bottom still, but it failed to come through. We're still, what is it, Tuesday night? Still have a few days. Never know what could happen, but right now it hit 38, which is was a previous emotional spot for all the analysis people, and I imagine when it hit that point to try to break on through, traders were in there selling short. So we'll see how the week ends. Right now it is a reversal bar, falling star. And I think that's it, guys. I had a long day. I did get my account funded. I went with Ameritrade, and I have to give it to them. I did my account, funded it within 30, 40 minutes of the approval through a check, a routing number that I put online. So I got to give it to them. That was the easiest funding of a trading account I've ever done. But when I'm on their trading platform, I'm seeing a lot of different prices and candles compared to what we talk about on investing.com. And that's just because of the the streaming data that they have. If you really want strong data, you got to pay for it. You know, it's a discount broker, whatever. But I started to build my stock watch list. Not there yet. What I'm going to do eventually is go to this. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is take Ameritrade's feed and go into this. It's called Quote Tracker. It's something that it used to be free. Uh, Ameritrade acquired it, and this is what I learned on. Here's my T3s. I got those back. And here's my OBV 21. And I got my SMA 34, so I have a better indication of where the retracements are. And it moves a little bit nicer than the EMA. Haven't got everything set up yet. I'll probably take the OBVs off and just use the charts like I have been doing. Started to build the chart list, watch list, whatever. Thing's amazing. I mean, I can like for example, TRX. I set an alert. So all I need to do is go down, right click, set my alert, and just set it. So when the price, you set it up any number of ways. But right now, I have the alert set to this high. When the asking price, not the actual price, but the asking price is at the high, it'll give me an alert, and then I can cruise over and see if it's ready to pop or not. Pretty amazing, pretty easy stuff. So I'm gonna get like 200 stocks in here, set it up on a percent gain, watch the feeders come up to the top, and set my alerts for every one of them, and just play a game, the biggest game in town. But for now, I'm just gonna go and do, what is it? Where is it? I'm just gonna do this for now. And then another thing I want to show you is I paid for my stock fetcher, and amazingly enough, 4 years ago they still have all my settings for when I had it way back when. And you can copy this, I guess, play around with it. It's set for weekly charts, finding that pattern that I like, and you can find them all day long. That's about it, guys. I haven't bought anything yet. One thing that I liked for my, well, there's a lot of them I like, but this one right now, very small, perfect for me just to jump in with 2 feet. Since I haven't traded a stock in for probably almost 5 years. Right now, so we got a daily hammer close. We got a bullish retracement on the weekly, and let's clear these lines. And it's gonna want to break into previous lows here real soon on a monthly. So I've got it's likely maybe 30 cents, I think. So I'm gonna wait for this thing to touch and go. Wait for the week to end and see Monday morning how this thing opens. See if it opens up. I'm gonna grab it since it's a bullish retracement into support. I'm gonna try to find that same pattern. I was late on the first push, and then it came down. see if it'll come back down to below $1. So, I mean, something simple for me. First one. But that's not guaranteed because nothing's happened yet. I got all these other ones. Excuse me. Some of this data. I don't have enough money in my account to get the streaming data from Ameritrade yet. So I need a couple good trades before I can get this thing going. But other than that, this stock fetcher is going to help a lot. I'm going to try to find some way to do a bullish retracement. Try to refine these a little bit. It's been 4 years, 5 years, I don't know. But that's about it, guys. Share, like, and comment, and I'll see you soon. Watch those bullish retracements. Buy into sport. All right, see ya.